So I actually like the timing here in Dubai trading wise. For me, the US market opens at 5:30 p.m., which is 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm more of a night owl, right? That's number one. Number two, I kind of like having the day to myself, right? On whatever I may want to do. It also helps me operate better because now when I'm back in New York or Miami, when I wake up, the first thing I dive into is trading. I wake up, I'm into trading. By the time I'm done trading, be it 11 a.m., 12 p.m., you're mentally exhausted. You don't want to do much. Depending on the day, if you have a green day, a red day, whatever it is, it obviously plays a role. And then sometimes when you over trade or you sit through a session for a long period of time, you're in front of your computer until 4 p.m. And by the time you blink, the day's over. Here, I'm able to set the tone of the day early on, meaning, I wake up, let's say 10 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 a.m. I have 6 hours. In those 6 hours, if I want to go to the gym, if I want to go play tennis, if I want to go to the beach, if I need to work on other things or my other businesses, I can do all of that and then end my day with trading. And for me, that's been super beneficial, and I love the time shift. I typically trade the first hour to 2 hours of the trading, right? I'm not a fan of sitting through the whole session because the way I trade, opportunities for me happen on the open or about an hour or two after. After that, I don't think for my trading strategy, I don't think there's opportunities present. And for me, also trading has always been a way for me to have freedom. So it doesn't make sense to me to sit in front of my computer for 10 hours a day to put on trades that have low probability, right? So it's like, hey, if I can maximize my trading in the first 2 hours, maximize the trades and be done with it, I'm good. I don't need to trade the whole session. When I started trading, besides the times I had jobs and stuff, when I could sit through a whole session, I would sit through a whole session, right? I would be in front of my computer at 8 a.m. Eastern time till like 4 p.m. and even sometimes 6 p.m. after hours, just recapping trades, recapping the market, and so on. And over the years, I've realized that we have a certain amount of like mental focus, mental energy, mental capacity, if you want to call it, that we as humans can perform at a peak level. So after 2, 3 hours of sitting in front of a computer and making choices with a lot of capital at stake, a lot of risk at stake, your mental capacity starts declining. You can't focus as well, you can't think as well because that's going to happen. You're exhausting your brain. So after the third hour, or even sometimes after the second hour, your thinking goes down. Your critical thinking abilities go down. So now you are more prone to making bad trades. You're more prone to allowing your emotions to hijack your critical thinking. And that's why for me, it's like if I trade 2, 3 hours and I'm mentally exhausted, call it a day, right? It's the same thing as athletes. Athletes are going to play a game for 2 hours, right? They're not going to play a game for 20 hours because they can, right? But if they do, what's going to happen after the third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour? Their bodies are going to start declining. They won't be able to perform at the highest level. So trading, for me, trading is essentially the same thing. So it's like, hey, if I can perform mentally for 2, 3 hours, that's all I need. I don't need to aim for the 8 hours, which is also very, very difficult. I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure there's people that sit for hours and hours and make money, but my thing is, where is 80% of your profits coming from? If 80% of my profits or even 70% of my profits are coming the first 2 hours and the other 20 to 30% is coming after that, I don't want what comes after. I'd rather take that time back and I'd rather invest my time and energy in the first hour, 2 hours, make the 70%, leave the other 20 to 30% profit and call it a day, right? Because it's all about probabilities, right? Because after a certain time, once you're unable to think at a high level, once the market also doesn't give opportunities, the probability of a good setups decline. So why would I want to put myself in an environment where the probabilities of great setups decline and also I'm not there mentally in terms of execution?